Hey, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to talk about something that quietly impacts every single one of us, whether you're leading a company, raising kids, or just trying to get your message across. It's about reading, but maybe not in the way you think.
We all grew up with this idea, right? That if someone knows how to read, they're all set. Problem solved. But what if that's only half the story? What if that simple assumption is actually hiding a huge invisible gap right in front of us?
All right, so let's get right into it. This is really about our assumptions versus the reality on the ground. There's this hidden gap, and once you see it, it really changes how you think about communication, teaching, and even leadership.
For the longest time, the big question in our schools and even in our homes was super simple. Can they read? We saw success as just being able to sound out the words. And honestly, that seemed like the most important thing. But check this out. The goalposts have moved. On the left, you've got basic literacy. Can you read and write? Simple. But on the right, we have functional literacy. It's almost the same, but with one single game-changing word added: comprehend. It's not enough to just see the words anymore. The new standard, the real goal, is understanding what they actually mean. And this is where the big gotcha moment happens. Because when we start looking at the data through this new lens, well, the numbers really do tell a story. Okay, so check out these stats for people aged 10 to 64. On one hand, an amazing 93.1% of us have basic literacy. We can read. That sounds fantastic, right? But then look at the number for functional literacy. It drops all the way down to 70.8%.
That's a 22-point gap. And let's be clear, this isn't just a number on a chart. This represents millions of our countrymen, our friends, our family, who can read a sentence perfectly fine but might struggle to grasp what it's truly saying. That right there, that's the hidden gap.
And this isn't just something we're seeing in our own data. When we zoom out and look at the international stage, other countries are seeing the very same thing. Just take a quick look at the 2022 PISA results. This is a global test, and it shows our average scores in reading, math, and science are, well, quite a bit lower than the average for other developed countries. It just confirms that this comprehension challenge is a very real thing we need to face.
And then there's this number. It's from a global measure called learning poverty. It says that 91% of our kids, by the time they're in late primary school, are not proficient in reading with understanding. Let that sink in. 91%. It's staggering.
Okay, so we've seen the data. It's a bit heavy, I know, but the big question is, why does this matter to you and me? Like in our actual day-to-day lives? What does this look like off the charts and in the real world?
Have you ever experienced this? I bet you have. You write out super clear instructions for a project. You think, there's no way anyone could misunderstand this. And then the result you get is completely different. It's so frustrating, isn't it? Well, chances are that comprehension gap is the real culprit.
This quote just nails it. If our emails, our training manuals, our sermons, our social media posts, if any of it assumes that people will automatically understand the meaning behind our words, we're building on a shaky foundation. We're building on sand. And you know what happens to a house built on sand? So I know the problem feels big, but here's the really hopeful part. There is a way forward. There's a simple, powerful clue that shows us how to build a stronger foundation, a bridge to true understanding. And it's probably not what you're expecting. The bridge is oral language. It's as simple as that. It's our ability to talk, to discuss, to listen, to tell stories. This isn't some add-on skill. It is the absolute bedrock of all communication.
And this right here is the main takeaway. A person's ability to speak and listen well is directly tied to their ability to read and understand well. You could say that before we can truly understand something on a page, we first need to be able to talk about it out loud.
And hey, this isn't just a theory. Our own Department of Education is catching on. The new MATATAG curriculum is now putting a massive emphasis on these foundational skills, even adding a whole new subject in grade 1 focused just on oral language. Why? Because they know it's the foundation for everything else.
So what can we do? It's actually pretty simple. 3 things. First, just start to notice the conversations around you. Are people really connecting? Second, try to talk first. Before handing over a document, have a conversation about it. And third, check for understanding. But don't just ask, "Gets Mo?" Ask better questions, like, "Hey, can you tell me that back in your own words?"
So the surprising truth is, the path to better reading might not start with more books, but with more conversations. So I'll leave you with this question to think about.
How can you start using storytelling and simple conversation as a bridge to understanding, right where you are, in your family, in your work, in your community? Let's start building on solid rock.